Even do my body. You don't buy me. You don't buy some. You don't buy somebody. You don't know you want to. No, you don't know. You didn't know. No. Drug abusing battle. Don't do them lie. Don't do them no lie. I will do my part. I will sing them louder. You know, you know, be a drug addict. We are part to make finance for no carry them. Even though you never, even though you want to, I beg you nobody. They go, do you? Even though you didn't know. Now you know, drug abusing battle. You know, I do me. You can do my body. You know, not body. Buy some, you don't buy somebody. You know you never, you know you want to. You know what I know, you know, now you know. Drug abuse battle. Even your friend says it's cool. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Even the country hard. Don't fall for it. Drug abuse battle. Even though you dare, even though you want to, I beg you nobody. They go under you. Even though you didn't know, now you know. Drug abusing battle. You know, you know, you gotta do me. You know you do my body. You know, you don't buy me. You don't buy some. You don't buy somebody. You know you never. You know you want to. I know what I know. Do you? You know. You know. Now you know. Drug abuse battle. You know. You didn't know. Now you know.
Of these great institutions located in the Jahid Federal Capital. This is not substance abuse and its devastating impact on human lives. Public health. It's also important to let you know that this platform serves as a channel for providing support and help to those struggling with substance abuse, especially those who need treatment. It's not about all the activities of the agency, especially to curb the scourge of substance and illicit drug trafficking, as well as getting we can continue to improve on our deliverables and our society and indeed humanity better. I also like us to know that this conversation is recorded and it's streamed live on our other social media handles, especially at NDLA01 TV. That's at NDLA01 on Facebook and at NDLA TV. Let's go back we in life,
and 70 pills of clonitrazepam. In another operation same day, a 52-year-old wanted drug dealer, Kabiru Musa, aka KB, was arrested as Kolumain Mashi. A total of 25.7 kilograms skunk was earlier recovered from his base, while a total of 9 kilograms loud was recovered from the spare tire compartment of an Audi station wagon car marked AAA 975XU, driven by Atari Israel along Auchi Road, Edo State. Two young ladies, Favor Joy and Joy Igwe, were on Tuesday, 3rd June, nabbed at Ikpoba Hill area of Benin City. Recovered from them include 106.57 kilograms skunk, 1 kilogram loud, 800 grams Colorado, and 302 grams of methamphetamine. While Chairman, Chief Executive Officer of NDLEA,
of the Educated Initiative tagged War Against Drug Abuse Water. This nation-led campaign is transforming the conservation by placing a strong emphasis on education, advocacy, and grassroots engagement rather than the solely on enforcement. Recognizing the profound impact drug abuse has on individuals, families, and the nation, the NDLA is actively on markets.
This is the result of it, and I don't think I would advise anybody to do this. So that secrecy has a way of, restraining people to come out and say, "Oh, I'm going through this problem. I'm going through this difficulty. I need help. I need help. I'm tired." Places like that. I'm tired. I'm tired of life. I don't think I can do this anymore. I don't think there's a way for me again. So places like this are what we hear and see as a mental health person, the mental health advocate. You know that this person is having a difficult time and needs to air out, needs to come out and talk about what they are going through. So many times when people fall into the wrong place at the wrong time or fall into the wrong exposure or the wrong example or the wrong place, you know, people cannot give what they don't have. So for an addict, his best escape is to I know you are feeling like this, but there's way out. Or just take one rap or take this and you're okay, you'll be good with yourself. Meanwhile, it looks like an easy way, but there's so much detriment. So one thing cultural silence, the hush 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 around depression, around mental health, around emotional health. My family, no, you can't tell people that they have mental issues. Ah, no, you cannot know family they pressure or the emotional stress or the mental issues they are trying to deal with. Or life issues, even life issues they're trying to deal with. So real life accounts as a young person, real life account I've had stages where I said, "Oh, I have dealt with depression and oh it was a tough time for me and this is what I did. I had my family. They were all on me to make the right choice. They always had a word for me. They always had a safe space for me. I was in school. I had so many careers. In fact, I left school and my parents didn't.
Na iko na mekaki mungu gaga. Siniful on baby just na iko kodi na ti popo. Siniful on you know, yeah, you know, she don't wanna me say you go beat us, not the only thing when they make me high. And when it high, he dey do I'm like it go. And he go say I am feeling like you. And when he run, that's when them go they talk. And when it's your level, I feel like go say, in my mouth, if I want I'm waiting to worry you. You're not married before today. I already bought my suit. The honeymoon for before Takwa, baby. But you know, yeah. In my mouth, yeah, but I think I know I beg you, Canada bastard. I see you every day, you take 'em like a custard. If I'm happy, you want mad, oh, stop para before you feel so sad. Oh. When it starts, he go do you like he go go. And you go say, I am feeling like you run. And when you run, that's when them go they talk. And when you say, I feel like go say, in my mouth, I'm in Papa, I'm waiting to worry you. If I don't marry before today, I already bought my suit. The honeymoon for before Takwa, baby. But you know, yeah. In my mouth, yeah, but left. In my mouth, in Papa, in my mouth, in Papa, yeah, but left. Respect, Felix King. Today, now my body. Today, plenty people taking Kiki pockets. Plenty people taking Kodin Kiki pockets. Plenty people taking Mamba Koto sockets. Plenty people taking Squishy Koto sockets. Today, I go spend the money. Today, so busy body. No more gutter water, only pure water. And it doesn't matter, it doesn't really matter. I'm going higher, even if I don't go further. Running like a fire, and I know go like fire. They got failure no go see me. I don't go. Backwardness no go see me. I don't go. Hey, trouble no go see me. Drama no go see me. Scooting no go see me. Coding no go see me. Now my prayer be God. Today, now my Bible. Today, now my Bible. Today, my Bible. Today, plenty people taking drama kiki buckets. I am alive. Plenty people taking coding kiki buckets. I am alive. Plenty people taking mamba to sockets. I am alive. Plenty people taking squishy to sockets. Today, now my Bible. Today, now my Bible. Today, now my Bible. Today, plenty people taking drama kiki buckets. I am alive. Plenty people taking coding kiki buckets. I am alive. Plenty people.
There's no harassment, there's no judgment in safe space. So hence why, you know, I started last year my maiden edition of safe space. In fact, that was the connection I had with NDLEA because I needed NDLEA to come and talk about the effects of drug and drug abuse on our mental health. So again, we see that indeed there is a relationship between mental health and substance abuse. Indeed, there is a relationship between emotional health and said, for every depression, for every emotional needs, there's this thing everyone is looking for, an escape, a place of connection, a place where they say, oh, okay, this me, and oh, I can still be myself. So that's what a safe space is. So a safe space is non-judgmental. A safe space is empathetic. A safe space is inclusive. Also, a safe space can also be I'm holding on to you. I'm not encouraging you to keep on doing it. I'm trusting you that you will choose the right choice. You will make the right choice. So a safe space can also be hard love. Can also be you need therapy and I'm taking you there. A safe space can also be holding your hands together and saying, oh, see, I have a story. I have been exposed to some type of drugs before, but this was my end point and this was how I had to stop. You know, that can also be a safe space. So all the time we must not be, portray ourselves as heroes. We must not always, have people look at us as oh, he never makes mistakes. Oh, he never makes bad choices. There's also a place where we have made choices that are not good enough for learn. So in other words, we are also saying, I'm creating this safe space. I'm telling you my story so that you can do better, you can act better, you can make better choices. So that is what a safe space is. So a safe space is also this X spaces where we are today, this platform where NDLE has given us, where we can talk about substance abuse, we can talk about emotional health, we can talk about mental health, and why stigmatizing mental health, why stigmatizing drug abuse should not be. NDLE has created awareness, keeps creating awareness. keeps enlightening people, keeps seeing people. So also that is the safe space. Also here is a we meet professionals, we meet people, we meet people every day, and we learn something from them, take something from everybody we meet on a daily basis, consciously, subconsciously, passively, or take something from them. So this space also is this space. So also it's storytelling. Also it's making yourself say, oh, see, I know what you're been through, and I've also been through that, and I think you can do better. So this is what safe space. So sharing about how no matter how you feel, because so many times most drug users that want to change, or that want to stop, or that feel like they are no longer happy, they're no longer cool with what they are doing. So many times shame, that shame doesn't allow them to come out. But when we create safe spaces, it is devoid of shame. It is devoid of where we are not judging, but we are saying, I want you to do better. So creating health situations, creating safe spaces, which was the major edition of safe spaces I had last year during World Mental Health. You know, brought people, brought professionals, brought psychologists, doctors together to talk about mental health, because in our society, in fact, when we hear the news, of just what Meta and the case said, we find out that every day people they are drinking in drugs. Young people are making that choice. Young people are making the choice every day. They are put in positions where they have to choose as to why do or should not do this. So imagine that you have created a space beforehand. Imagine that you have told your children, imagine that you have told them, see, you can do it, but the end is not always good. So you've given them the option to, okay, I can either do better or I can do less. So, and there's somebody you give an option that fights to kill, to stop stigmatization, helping us in the fight for awareness on mental health, and why, there is a need for therapy, why therapy option instead of substance abuse or instead of drug abuse. So storytelling as a public health helps us, in terms of mental health campaigns, have people come and about their stories, have people come and talk about how they were at the point in their life, you know. Seeing those stories creates this one in that connection. It is in that connection that most times people are looking for that. They want somebody they can connect. If you are into following people who use, or people who are substance users, you find that they have this strong connection themselves. They might not even know their name, but they know that they hang out in that particular spot, and that person is their brother. So because of the strong need for bonding, strong need for connection, strong need for somebody to understand what I'm going through, you know, that is it. Instead, what we do is we create, uh, when we can create a safe space that stories, where shame dies when stories are told in safe place. So sharing our situation, you know, here I am today. And that's a good story can around. And cause, like I said earlier, that the nation has not seen. You're the ones that give us the data. And the beautiful thing is in sharing stories, you know, healing comes. Healing comes to you, the storyteller. Healing comes to you, the listener. So it's usually a two-way thing, and that's why the advice or the nudge to go for therapy, the nudge to create systems, the nudge to break stigmas is important in our society. So I want to end I want to end this session with a call for action, a call for us to be courageous enough to share our own story. Everyone has So it's either you are courageous enough to say, oh, I want to share this, and in so doing, it's useless. Or we keep quiet and still perfection now we pretend to ourselves, I don't need those choices. And then we see another person or we see a close relation, you know, if only we could have shared our story, maybe they could have done better. Maybe they could have found out that, yeah, they were actually reaching. They were not the only ones going through that. Maybe they could have found a place of connection. Maybe they could have found that safe space, that safe feeling they needed. Just, oh, I'm dealing with this. Uh, if you can go through it, I think I can. So my call for courage to everyone listening, to everyone on this team. I think it's about time we we debunk stigma. It's about time we debunk the myth. One hand. We come together, we connect, form safe spaces. You know, tell one, tell all. Tell this person. Tomorrow he tells another. Tomorrow he tells the person that told him. You know, this we push a narrative, we push a positive narrative instead of the negative narrative that's always there, that is always in the faces of young people, that is always in the faces of them, in their faces and actions. By pushing our by pushing the right stories, and tell them, we give them an encouragement, we give them a lifetime to want to choose right, want to choose the right path. So thank you once again, having me. I hope this conversation has been helpful. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
All right, thank you very much. Our guest speaker today, Ngozi Imbe. Sorry, Ngozi Ibe, not Imbe. Ngozi Ibe is indeed a seasoned health writer and a mental health advocate committed to transforming medical insights into compelling narratives. She's been able to share with us, even from her own lived experiences, how to take advantage of storytelling, not only to create healings for yourself, but also for the benefit of others who will read or who will listen to your stories. Indeed, that's very, very, very insightful and encouraging. Once again, I'd like to appreciate Ngozi Ibe for taking our time to speak with us. Now we'll now have to go into the conversation. That is, we invite those that may want to make contributions, those that may want to ask questions. It's time for you to ask. Switch over to the speakers corner or drop in your questions, your contributions into our DM. We'll definitely be reading them and getting the engagement ongoing. So while Ngozi stands by to take some of the questions will come in form of hits, however it comes, please get prepared for the conversation this time. It's been you making the presentation now. It's we're going to be having the talk across board. But quickly, let me acknowledge some more people. Thank you very much, everyone. I think I stopped at Funshaw Jimo before. Okay, we also have Prince Isaac, I think I mentioned that. Also, we have Isaiah Shimugu, thank you. Ramoke and DNO, thank you. Ibrahim Kuru is a very strong member of this platform. He obviously joins us from the Northeast or even in Abuja here. We also have Nasarawa Amazing MC that believe that's a football club. Thank you. Pascal Iwebu, another regular on the platform. Thank you very much. I've seen Asma join us from Kaduna. I've seen Euphemia joins us around Nasarawa and Abuja here. Thank you very much. Euphemia, I've also seen Spectator. Thank you, Spectator. Mohammed Bakura Salihu, thank you very much. And everyone, freelance, all of you, I appreciate that. All of those joining us, even the star, I've seen the star, I believe the star is joining us from LA. Thank you very much, everyone. Quickly, let's get it. Okay, let's go into our DM first and then read some of the messages. Okay, person in recovery, NGR, that's an organization obviously involved in this whole drug effort, recovery effort. Okay, I think that must have been another message. Oh, okay. I did read some of his, I saw some of his messages before. Okay, let me take to this one. I have this one from here is asking, thank you very much, Madam Ngozi Ibe, for the brilliance with which you delivered your presentation. Awesome, thank you. My question will simply be, what message would you leave with someone listening to you now who is struggling or hasn't yet found their voice? Thank you once again for that presentation. All right, that's you have from OK. Ngozi, you can go ahead and mute yourself, respond. We'll be taking the question one at a time.
Okay. So thank you for that question. So if I'm correct, what would my advice be for someone who has not found their voice?
Yeah, somebody, what message would you leave with someone listening to you now who is struggling but hasn't yet found their voice?
Hmm. This is very deep. I don't have the should I say I don't have the map or the way for you to find your voice. But I believe that listening to this conversation too and you know, you even asking this question, I think that there's a shift that's happening or there's a shift that's happening to you. And I think you will find a need, you know, where there is a need, you know, you will find a need. Sometimes finding your voice might just be, oh, for me, finding my voice came from a place where I I found healing. I I I found my path and I it came to me and I made sure that okay, I do not want to see anybody going through what I'm going through. So I believe that hearing this or listening to this is also a push for you. And I believe that you're beginning to find the voice. That's for you to be able to what's my advice. I think you will get the need. When it happens, you know, when your opportunity meets, you know, you're going to know that oh, it's time for me to speak up. It's time for me to say something. I believe that each and every one of us that has found our voice has, you know, break out of that stigma and break out of talk about it. We got to a point where we found healing and we made peace with ourselves. You know, we get to the point where we say, oh, so be it, whatever happens. Well, I know that I'm no more going to be quiet about it. So I believe that you are beginning to step into that right direction. And I believe you will find it more time sooner than now. You're going to say, oh, time for me to speak up. So, but the most important thing for finding your voice, I think, is it must come from a place of healing. When you get healing, when you are completely healed, when you get to that point, see, oh, oh, I see. Now I know. If I knew better, I would have done. Now I know better. So when healing comes, you know, you are going through the healing process. Be sure to make sure that you have healed yourself. That be sure to know that you have told yourself, you have affirmed yourself, you have told yourself, a no more sin. You are breaking out of the sin. Be sure to tell yourself that if I had known better, I would have done better. So now that I know better, I begin to do better. So at that point, I think that's where your voice starts to come. Your voice becomes louder when healing comes. So when healing comes, your voice becomes louder. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Beer. Was the eBay guest speaker today. Okay, let's try to. What is okay? I was hoping to bring on one pen and suddenly she disappeared. Okay, let me read. Okay, let me read from person in recovery, NGR. Thank you, Ungozi Ibe, for your profound presentation. You nailed it perfectly as there is no subtraction or addiction. Storytelling helps both the teller and the listener. Addiction thrives in secrecy and shame, aka stigma, follows. But when we are open about issues, we find peace and love. Thank you very much. There. Okay, let's take some more from this side. That's okay. That's Abu. Abu is asking. Okay, one pen is back. Okay, let's quickly one pen. Just hold on. Let me quickly read this one from Abu. Thank you, Ngozi Ibe, for the presentation today. Indeed, you are a wordsmith. My question is, how can workplaces and schools integrate safe spaces for mental wellness? Just workplaces and schools, because these are places where people or young adults spend most of their time physically. All right, please go ahead, Ngozi.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for that question. How can workplace and schools play this role? I think growing up in my school there, in the secondary school, we had what we call guidance counseling. And that guidance and counseling, we practically went to them for everything. We went to them for the slightest headache we had, which the slightest headache might end up being a problem or two that we had. And I think one of the things, like I said, creating safe people is if we can create an environment where people are free enough to be themselves, then, it's one way where we can create these things in schools, as workplaces. So first of all, in schools, I believe that they should have it or they should still have it now. where you have guidance and counselors. So what does that guidance and counselors do? On 10 basis, we have sessions with them. On 10 basis, we have sessions where boys are with the boys are with the male teachers, the girls are with the female teachers, and we have you know sessions like that. And it was always educative where we had our seniors talk about their experience, their health learned, and when we became seniors, we were able to also share. So eventually, it's just like I said, it's creating safe spaces. And one of those safe spaces we create in schools is guidance and counseling. So when we have guidance and counselors, we are able to listen without judgment. I think one of our cultural problems when, especially with our parents or with the older generation, when you say have something to tell you, the next thing they will shout, "Hey, child has killed me!" Those phrases, make us, make children or make people want to hide in themselves. But when we try as much as we can, hide that and listen, give the benefit of doubt. Just listen to that child. So listening in a safe state, in a place without judgment is one way we can create safe space. Then at work, hmm, we have our HR, we have at workplaces. It's one is also a blessing when we have places where colleagues that a workspace where there is friendship, a workspace where people thrive, a workspace where people are encouraged, you know. So those are ways we can create safe spaces as workplace. We have colleagues that are friendly. We have colleagues that say, what have you been? We've not seen you for 2 days. Where have you been? We have friends, families, we have those social spaces. It might not even be anything big. It might not even come with a name. But social spaces where we have friends, we have people around where we can easily say, I'm going through this. If something just happened to me on my way here, I did this, or. So those are spaces we can create. We can create them whether by giving them names or by having to do it as a group thing. Once in a while in our workplace, we have onboarding sessions. Once in a while in our workplaces, we have trainings. Once in a while in our workplaces, we go for like picnics, we go to exercises, we go to we have to do a match today. If we can create these spaces where okay, this company is going to have a football match with that company. Those are spaces where we form bonds, we form connections with like-minded people. So in quote and unquote, it can be named quote and unquote, it can just be social spaces, social gatherings where we create spaces like that. So those are ways we create in schools and workplaces. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Ngozi Ibe, writer, health writer, and a mental health advocate. She's been speaking with us, sharing with us in the past hour. Now let's take the contribution of questions from another writer, One Pen. One Pen, please go ahead with your contribution of question. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible on this, Mr. Ruffin?
Very loud and clear. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Uh, it's a beautiful section so far. I'm loving it. And when the speaker made mention of organizing our stories, you know, I felt encouraged, I felt motivated. And this means sharing our experiences, emotions, and vulnerabilities in a way that highlights our own shared humanity. And of course, like I said, I've been it's been such a lovely section so far because personally I've witnessed the profound impact of storytelling when it comes to capturing addiction, stigma. and through sharing my story, I've had this power, super power, you know, uh, because through the process, addiction stole my voice. It left me isolated and ashamed. But when when the chance for recovery came in, and of course I realized that storytelling, it's actually the biggest platform to which you can actually fight, like I said, stigma. So this courage, together with six spaces, played a crucial role for me. You know, support groups like the Narcotics Anonymous, you know, uh, therapy sections. Like I said, that's why I enjoy, like I make sure that once in a while I make use of the NDLE's evidence. So it's a beautiful initiative. And of course, because we're in a digital era now, online forums are there. This play actually this most of this can you hear Mr. Makani? Go ahead, you are loud and clear. Okay. So of course, because we're in a digital era, everyone, every minute, every second, everyone is reaching his or her phone. So these online forums provided a sense of community and understanding for me because I'm coming from a outside, right? From a house, from a culture that we don't speak. There are some certain things you're not supposed to say because they don't want you to you're tarnishing the family's name. Trying to just stuff like that. I knew what I had to go through to like what, damn it. So I fell back to the digital community. That's why I found my strength. So of course, like I said, through storytelling, I have come to realize that addiction is not a moral failing, but just a complex issue that affects real people, families, and of course, the communities. And the truth of the matter is, I believe when we share our stories, we, like the presenter said, we humanize the addiction. What I did, I humanized my addiction. Like, you know what? This is it. Let me just take all my care. I don't give anybody that power. When I took over the narrative, like I'm in charge of my narrative. I'm not giving anybody the stress. You don't need to gossip about everything. Go to my blog. I have what I said. This is what happened to me. This is the consequences. This is the amount of times I left school. This is the amount of times this is the opportunity I have lost. So I'm not giving anybody the control. That's the power. That's the power of storytelling. It's a self-empowering tool. Very, very effective. That's why I encourage people to use the experience. Come talk. There are a lot of opportunities. I'm having a great time, I'm looking for every opportunity to come and share my story. That's how powerful, that's how empowered I am because of storytelling. So my story, because I believe, like I said, my story is not just about me. It's about creating a ripple effect of hope and understanding. When we share our stories, we bring down barriers. I did break down barriers. I shattered the understanding sort of, I'm having a great time because of storytelling, because of the platform. I opened Facebook, I verified my Facebook page, opened my TikTok account, Instagram, every opportunity. I'm creating, let me just, because I love to be alone. So since I'm enjoying my solitude, let me use the opportunity to share the story, encourage someone. And that's the essence of something that I created the legacy of recovery network. It's a connection of people with lived experience, sons of daughters, wives of prominent people in Niger State. We come together, we talk, we share, this is what happened, and this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm trying to do. But in that number, I'm the only one that came out I think was, because I'm being very considerate. Maybe because they do not have the liberty of expressiveness like I do. I'm a poet. Naturally, I'm a poet. My David collection was published in 2015 by Crafts Publishers. So maybe because of the liberty of expressiveness that I have as a poet. So that's why I feel like, what, to hell. Huh? That's the power of storytelling. Come out, speak up. I know the challenges and the stigma, the why you stigma choke you. Even like because I'm dancer sort of. I don't know anybody explanation to anything. Anything like that. That's why I'm surviving and I'm doing it. I'm not fine. And this platform has been empowering. So kudos to Mr. Afemi and team. You guys have been so consistent and so empowering with the topics that hit that are so I see these topics through these topics like it was like just yesterday that when I did this mistake that I did so tired. I should have done this. With your time, but I'm happy I got to tell the stories and I don't know my mom is dead. Some are dead, overabused, some in prison. Others are okay. Because I understand the system, let me use the system that I understand. Dealers made millions out of me. So me too now, let me also. Well, I had a friend that did that. We come up together and he said, me, I need for this year, I'm going to look for money inside this Abuja too. But I told him that let me just go and tell my story because I do not want to get involved with this kind of money. Of course, I want money. You know, soft life. But then, that's the power of storytelling. All your story come out, speak on. They stigmatize you. They want to know go and deal with your problem. I just did it with mine. Now I came out to speak up so that other people were encouraged. I told my governor, I wrote to my governor, please, you come and establish a sort of agency for drug, rehabilitation, recovery, mental health, an agency for something like that. I think they do in Kabisa, something in Kaduna have something like that. I will mention it. So thank you very much, Mr. Femi, for the opportunity. God bless the speaker. She did a wonderful job. She took me back into my this social thing happened. She's such a beautiful storyteller and I'm going to follow her right now. There's so much learning to do from she's so resourceful. Thank you very much, Mr. Femi. Thank you to the rest of the team. God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. One pen then. Okay. Ungozi, I believe you allow that to slide or you want to speak to what he said.
Okay, I just want to say thank you, Mr. One, for your contribution. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for coming out. Yeah, and thank you for owning your own story. And by so doing, you have created much more than a ripple effect. And it's something that will keep resounding from generation to generations. And you have marked in the sand of time your story, and it has. I believe you have touched lives. You have moved things. And thank you for your encouragement. And thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for the encouragement, for your words. That's the word of our guest speaker to one pen. Great. Okay, let's take the next contribution or question. Let's take that. That's from Janet. Janet, okay, I'm sure it's still in line with some of the things that have been said before, but then let's attend to it. All right, thank you very much to our guest speaker today. What an awesome presentation. It's a quiet time and the words are sinking in. Please, what advice do you give to someone who wants to share their story but afraid of judgment? This is really a very critical one and like a crossroad. Please just say something to this. All right. Indeed, Ngozi will say something to that. Ngozi, please go ahead. Someone obviously is at a crossroad, is enjoyed, is been encouraged, but then wants to share their own story was afraid of God. What do you say to such a person? Please go ahead.
Okay, I think it was one of the, just like the first question, afraid of coming out, afraid of saying, okay, I've been here before and this is how I've done. Um, One thing I want to say, or one thing I want to stress on is, if you have found healing, if you have found a space that you are healed, I know you'll be able to come out. The moment you find your healing, the moment you have found that grace, the moment you have given yourself also the space, you know, creating a safe space first starts with us. It starts with you. Have you given yourself enough capacity to say, oh, if I had known better, I would have made better choices? So the moment you have found your healing, you have found that safe space within you. That coming out will not be. In fact, one pen is ready to tell you. One pen is ready to tell you how it is for him. So the moment you find your healing, the moment you find your own safe space, first of all, creating a safe space, creating a safe space, we must first find our own safe space. One pen said he owned his story. Don't let anybody tell your story for you. Don't let anybody tell that story. No one can tell it better than you. So own it, find your healing, and then you will find out that it's about time you come out. Well, it's about time you shine light. My encouragement for you is, as you have found your healing, own your space, own your story. Put your hand on your chest and say, yes, about time I bless another person. It's about time I shared something that can impact someone else. So that's the main thing I have for you. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that encouragement. I believe Janet is encouraged. Okay, yes, I'll come to one pen shortly, but let's take narcotic action first. Narcotic action, please unmute yourself and let's hear from you, your presentation, your contribution or your question. Please go ahead, narcotic action, before I come to one pen. Okay.
All right, good afternoon, Mr. Babafemi, and I really want to thank you and the co-host and this platform for this platform. And yeah, I really want to also say much on my brother Ramton. I think we met on this platform and we shared contact, and we are now in contact on WhatsApp. So quickly, for the person who wants to tell his story and is afraid of judgment. First of all, the judgment will be there. I won't tell you of 100% that it won't be there. It will be there. But just as my brother one can said, you need to own your story so that you don't give others the leverage to shape your narrative. What is okay, this is what I have done, and I'm not proud of it, but from my own experience, I would want to empower others. From my own experience, I know I would it didn't think I was proud of, but I would want others to learn from it. And you tell your own story, you own it. By that thing, you shape the narratives. Yes, there might be one or two things like there's many people, especially your friends, the circle that you've kept, there's a way they would try to like don't do this, but then you should just be confident about owning your own story and shaping your own narrative. So it doesn't be there from the start, but eventually when you continue, because inconsistency that's where the power is.
Okay, I guess narcotic action, you are frozen there. I guess that's his network. Okay, we appreciate you. Thank you for
My
your
own narrative,
okay.
my own story. I don't really care what anybody says because whatever anybody I'm really excited to see what the future holds for me. So thank you everyone, and thank you, Mr.
Baba Semi. That's all.
All right, thank you then. Narcotic action. Our time is running so fast. We have barely 15 minutes left on the space on the conversation today. Okay, let's take, thank you once again, narcotic action. Let's take one pen would like to speak to that again. That's, I guess, is in regard to the question from Janet. Okay, please go ahead, one pen.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, very loud and clear. Please go ahead.
Yeah, of course. It's the question, and narcotics. My friend has already said what I initially wanted to say. I just want to say that you know what, people already know, right? And they're already gossiping about it. This from my own self-realization. People are already gossiping about this issue here and there. You know what? And that's I'll keep having this low self-esteem. I'm trying to hide from you. So you know what? To hell, let me just so the willpower. You need to encourage yourself. What do I have to lose if I come out and say this thing? People already know. They're already gossiping about it. What do I have to lose? So at the end of the day, like I said, my brother always said, the speaker always said, you just have to only like, I've already done this. I've already done it. If I don't want these people to talk about this, I shouldn't have done that. But I already did this. I already committed this crime and quote. I already did these substances. So all the same, so when you do that, when you dislodge the gossip vendors, the rumor mongers, I call them rumor mongers and gossip vendors. Take away the power from them. And then it's easier for you to actually, if you want your free, it's easier for you to actually maintain your recovery if you want your free. Because you're not giving anybody any power to trigger you. You're only saying, it's simple. When you're throwing with your left hand, when you're writing your chapter 2 or your redemption story with your right hand, nobody distracts you because you're already carrying a load in your hand, one hand, you're using your other hand, you're too busy to be distracted. And this stigma thing is really pisses me off yourself, and because like I said, a lot of people are suffering in silence. They can't speak out because of the stigma. We need to encourage people to we need to encourage people to use their experience to speak up. The more the numbers, the easier. Just leverage on take advantage of the social media platforms to pass across our messages. Thank you very much, Mr.
All right, thank you very much. One pen there. Indeed, we'll appreciate your boldness. We appreciate your words of encouragement to all us, especially people with lived experiences to come out. That way, you are helping yourself in recovering the more and indeed helping others to also join that movement, not only to keep themselves in recovery, but also to pull out a lot of others dying in silence and in isolations in their hiding places. All right, I guess Peter want to say something to what narcotic action and one person said again. Otherwise, we move to the next question. Yes, Ngozi, would you want to speak to what they've said?
Okay, yeah, I want to end with to what they said. I want to end with a quote from Marianne Williamson. The quote says, as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence actually liberates others. So I want you to think on that. I want you to speak on that. I want you to ponder on that. As you shine your light, as you liberate yourself, you know that you're not just doing it, you're also liberating another person who might just be a bystander. Thank you.
All right, thank you once again. Ngozi Ibe and guest speaker today. Let's take the next contribution or question from Soul Whisper NG. Please go ahead, Soul Whisper.
Good evening, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, the NDLEA population, and and the work you guys are doing is really, really amazing. I've been doing these spaces for like a year now. You know, I try to have information about you know use of substances and mental health recovery. So regarding the topic, creating spaces recovery and therapy, since people don't have um, resources to actually like the resources to um to final recovery, it's not widely available. You have to invest in that too because it's a lot of effort. You know, um, it's a lot of effort. People put to make sure other people recover. So, but with less resources, we get an online resources, but it's not free. You have to pay, and you can kick off your recovery. So, and with the therapy, they go hand in hand. So, if you are suffering from substance use, you can enroll on the program. I came across the program on my WhatsApp channel. So I think it is really, really um, good maybe to share. Maybe I'll post the link down the spaces here. If someone is interested, he can try and join. Thank you.
All right, thank you there. So we spread. Let's move quickly to. Let's hope we can take one or two questions more. Okay, let's take this one from Omaba. I enjoyed every bit of the presentation and conversation. Thank you to our guest speaker, Ngozi Ibe. I'd like to quickly ask this: can sharing personal stories of struggle and recovery do more harm than good by potentially triggering others? Or does the benefit of breaking stigma outweigh the risk? Kindly share your thoughts with me on this. Thank you. All right, Ngozi, did you get that? Or should I repeat? You did? Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, I think we should go the second part of it. I didn't get the second part.
Okay, the second part is does the benefit of breaking stigma outweigh the risk? I think it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing. Please go ahead.
Oh, okay. So yeah, thank you for that question. So does the benefit outweigh the risk? Um, I don't know how like sharing a personal story on okay, maybe for example, I don't know how sharing a story on depression can amount someone